My name is Jill. Boxing has been pulling at me for years. I know it's not your typical female fantasy, but I'm drawn to it in a sick way. Why do you think I want to fight?
I think you need to work through your past and all the other things you tried before didn't work. You know, this talk therapy and stuff. You know, I think it's in your nature, and our nature is that we're very physical people. So the only way for you to overcome it is a physical way, and this is the most direct way of you battling your demons.
Even in a place like New York, there aren't many female boxers. I was lucky to find Susan, an amateur who's actually my size. The only catch is she just won a boxing tournament, and I'm still a newbie.
You usually have friction against the skin, and it causes like welts and bruises. So by putting on Vaseline, it kind of lubricates the skin, mixed with sweat. If when the gloves, you do make contact with the skin, it just slides off, no bruises.
No hooks?
No, don't even worry about the hooks right
Once
now.
it comes close.
Because step away. Okay?
So keep my head down.
Keep your head down,
Straight
keep your hands
punches,
up, and block.
block.
And block punches and straight punches, that's it. Okay. Time! Tight defense. Good. Stick the jab and get up. Quick jab. Come on, quick jab. And get up, get up, get up. Combination and move. That's it. Back out, step around.
Hell yeah.
Next time, I'm gonna kick her ass.
Yeah, show me what you got. Yeah, show me what you got. Yeah, show me what you got.
I start training every day with Susan and her friend.
Show me what you got. Yeah, show me what you got. Yeah, show me what you got.
I'm fascinated by this desire to fight. What makes us want to do this so badly?
What do people say when you tell them that you're a fighter?
Why? Probably why. And oh, you're such a cute girl, I want to get hit in the face. It's not like I wake up in the morning going, hey, I want to get hit in the face.
But there's just something so viscerally satisfying that it's almost like,
Yeah.
can't give it up.
Kimberly is a professional, which is hardcore. Smaller gloves, no headgear. What do you think is it inside you that makes you want to do it?
I don't know if I want to go to that scary place.
Huh, it's a scary place though, huh?
I'd met this woman, recommended, oh, you should come with me. I, work at this bar, it's stripping, it's really easy, all the girls are very cool. I remember I was at this one club. Some guy, he was just like too aggressive and like kind of trying to handle me and stuff. And I was like, get off, get off. He kept wanting to dance. And so finally I shoved him back. And I think it made him mad, and you could see something switch off in his face. And he like, bang, hit me really hard. And I don't even remember going down. I just remember people like helping me up. And I was just like, what the hell happened? And I realized, oh, I got a glass chin. I better do something about that.
I always liked hitting things. It just got me out of my shyness and made me feel powerful. I have a lot of aggression in me. I don't know if it's because I was born with a lot of aggression or if it's because I had aggression directed at me when I was young, but it just seems to want to come out.
Girls should be sweethearts. They shouldn't be fighting.
I was not a sweetheart.
Girls should play tennis. You got energy, go play tennis. Don't fight.
I'm doing everything I can to restrain myself to not hit you. It's not for men, you know that.
You're doing everything you can to restrain yourself from not hitting me? Well, you go right ahead and have your fun. I'll give you your best shot. I'll knock you on your ass.
All right, Brian, Cassius Clay backs away from a wild left hand. Nobody swung, landed a punch, playing his right front flank.
My dad and I used to watch Muhammad Ali fight on television.
Watch the right, watch the right. Yes!
It was one of the few times we used to spend together.
Then the right is the one that puts you on your ass. His brain is scrambled right now. I don't care what you say. Right now, he's seeing double. He's hanging in there. He's trying to fight. Yes! Ah! It's over, baby. It's over.
My dad boxed in the Marine Corps. I think I get my competitive side from him.
So did you get in fights when you were a kid?
All the all the time.
At my first Holy Communion, a boy made fun of me for not looking girly. I punched him and smiled when he fell to the ground. Apparently, I wasn't a happy kid.
I couldn't have loved you more. And see, I remember sitting on the floor and building blocks with you and playing music and dancing around the house with you. But I don't know if you ever remember any of that good stuff. Your glass has been half empty most of the time I can remember.
I remember times when you'd get upset and you'd cry a lot, and sometimes it just seemed like there wasn't much that could help you stop. There were some times that you seemed to be kind of carefree and playing with other kids. And as we got older, I felt like you got more self-conscious and didn't have a good sense of who you were. I knew that you had a tendency to struggle with depression, at least by the time you were an adolescent.
I remember being very moody and feeling like an outsider. It wasn't until much later that I realized there were other girls like me.
I was adopted, but it was sort of interesting growing up as a non-white person in a predominantly white setting. My parents were incredibly loving and supportive, but looking back on it, I don't know if they really gave me the tools to deal with racism. But in high school, people pushed me down and called me gook and write slurs on my locker and stuff. As an Asian woman, I feel a lot of times people have tended to try to run me down or just sort of push me over. And I feel it's just given me some inner strength to be able to stand up and say, what?
I was always enamored by the idea of being like a little toughie. I always thought it was cool, girls that fix cars and throw a punch, and so I think there was always that little feisty side of me. Just like this little ball of anger, which is really weird because I can be really happy-go-lucky. We talk about split personality. Jekyll or Hyde. But when that anger comes up, I want to throw a temper tantrum like a total child. I've gotten better about that, which is probably why my current relationship has lasted as long as it has. I haven't broken any alarm clocks hurling them across the room. I can usually catch myself when I start to throw those crazy fits And then I kind of, okay, like just calm down. You don't need to break anything. You don't need to throw a fit. Save it for the ring.
Bringing pain on a daily, sneeze rock your brain. Leave you bleeding in the feet, tenderizing your meat. I'm a malicious pit bull, off his leash in the streets. So retreat or meet pain in the heat of my rage. Leave any opponent broken in the ring or a cage. I got a warrior spirit, building legacies of kings, blending perfect technique with animal instinct.
I was always like the art school kid, you know, I never really thought about exercising or anything like that.
Really?
I never did any sports. I was a drinker. I was a big drinker. I would disappear, go on like benders for months at a time. And then eventually I started to get my act together. Boxing, it's the only thing I've ever committed to and stuck with. I started art school, I dropped out. I pursued acting for a while, I dropped that. So this is something that is incredibly important to me.
Since very few women are featured on a card, Kimberly and Susan told me it was important to support them. That's how I met Maureen Shea.
I have a Mexican-Irish background. I could either drink you under the table or I could beat the hell out of you. But I don't drink, so I guess I'll beat the hell out of you.
When she was little, one of those boxing, those punching bags she has. I mean, Mom, why don't you give me a punching bag? Kids always want something, a punching bag. Well, I'm sorry I didn't get it, because she was very high-strung, very spirited, and I think she needed to punch something.
She first gained notoriety for being Hilary Swank's sparring partner for $1 Million Baby. She's had her fair share of amateur fights, but now she's a pro.
Perfect professional record, 9 victories, no defeats. Please welcome Maureen, the real $1 Million Baby, Shea.
I thought, oh, she'll do one fight and it'll be over. And that's what I've been telling myself ever since. But I'm resigned to the fact that this is what she wants. I freak out when she's on the ring. I know she's very good, and I'm so proud of her, but it's hard to see her fight.
Before you get all dolled up and everything, let me take a look at you. Okay. No cuts, no nothing, right? And close. See the fist, no problem with that. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. What does it feel like to win?
It's not about the win. I mean, the win is important, but it's about the people screaming my name, the support, the work that I put into this, to see it come out in the ring like that. And people tell you, you know, you look so scientific in there, this, that, and the other. You know, that to me means a lot. Is that retarded?
Let me see. I think it's cute.
They're trendy, right?
They're fun.
I really went to the gym because I didn't think I looked good enough for my abusive boyfriend. I thought I was ugly, I thought I was fat, so I went to the gym to work out to try to better myself for him. And then boxing made me realize it's not about him, because in boxing it's all about you. You're the only one in there, you're doing it for yourself, and that's where I got the strength to say, you know what? You know, screw him, this is about me.
When they see Maureen Shea, you better move over. Move over. She got them fists hitting hard like a bulldozer. So if you're getting away, you're getting paved over. With body blows to the chest, kidney and liver. When she step in the ring, she got more than one desire. Yeah, yo.
Double jab. That's it, double jab. That's it. Right away. Come out, ding ding, double jab.
What does your boyfriend think of your boxing?
He loves it. It's his passion, it's my passion. Sadly enough, that's what we talk about all the time, probably.
He's the one who really said, you know what? Give the boxing a shot.
out of the way.
He's the captain of the New York City Fire Department boxing team.
That's it. I like that speed. That's all I want to see. That baby.
I always feel good when he's in my corner. He has excellent, excellent support, which is amazing for a couple because we think we want to kill each other. And I just use my inside voice when I swear at him. So he doesn't know that I'm swearing at him. But I always tell myself he wants me to win. That's why he's being nitpicky. That's why he's driving me crazy, because he wants me to win.
I knew that there was an age limit for the Golden Gloves competition, that kind of stuff. So I said, well, I'm gonna be 34.
I'm a nightmare, impossible to beat, I'm a nightmare. You see me when you sleep, I'm a nightmare. If you dream to challenge me, I'm a nightmare. A nightmare, I'm a nightmare. Impossible to beat, I'm a nightmare. You see me when you sleep, I'm a nightmare.
My plan is to win the Golden Gloves this year, and that's it.
The gloves began in 1927. But women weren't allowed to compete until 1995. Back in the day, women boxing was considered a freak show, a titillating brawl. They were fighting, but that's not boxing. I want a real fight. I get Steve, a former world champion, to train me. He tells me for a girl my size, my punches are powerful. With the right training, Steve thinks I could do really well in the Golden Gloves. Honey?
Yeah.
What would you think of me fighting in the Golden Gloves?
Don't you think you should get some fights under your belt first?
Well, yeah, it's just there's hardly anyone my size to fight, but there'll be girls my size to fight in the gloves.
Yeah, I mean, they might be your size, but they might be a lot more experienced. You could really get your ass kicked, you know.
Well, yeah, we're wearing headgear and big gloves and stuff.
Yeah, but, you know, you're going up against some of the best fighters in the whole city. So you really got to take this seriously if you're
I
going to do
am.
this.
I'm taking it seriously.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, because you could really get hurt.
What is that, man? Rip it up, come on. Good, 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 good. Steady. Uppercuts, go. Go.
She's deadly.
Yep.
Out here.
She
Outside of the
just
ring.
got to keep the same spirit in the ring.
Kimberly just had her 4th loss in a row.
Sometimes I wish I could just be like, oh, fight, just go, fight. And then that's it. In that last fight in Florida, I just felt like, oh, there must be something in me that makes me want to lose all the time. It just seems like maybe I should give it up. Why do I continue to fight? You know, just this like internal record that's spinning like, oh, do I just want to keep giving lap dances to dirty old men?
I've had that same exact thought many times. I've totally been there. I think it was the subversiveness and the grittiness that drew me to stripping. The beginning was like a honeymoon with it, because I'm making money, I'm keeping myself in shape, and I'm learning what it's like to be a sexy woman. And then after a while, it started to really take me down. I wanted to be an actress really badly, so after college I moved right to New York City, started going on auditions. And I wasn't getting cast very much, so I started writing my own material. And then I found the best material I've ever encountered in my life in New Jersey go-go bars. In the dressing room, I'd listen to the women talking, and I'd create characters based on them. My play got great reviews and was published in the Best Women's Plays that year. But everything promising that was supposed to happen didn't. It felt like my life had ended. Steve thinks I'm now ready to get into the ring. He wants to see if I'll survive a few rounds with Kimberly.
Moving jab.
Punch back, punch back.
Get up. Keep your tight defense. Keep it, forget power for now. Right, deep breath. Calm yourself down, deep breath.
Am I getting any better? Every day, I seem to get worse.
Focus. This whole boxing thing is kicking your ass.
It is.
Man, why is it so important to you? Get up.
When I was young, my mom used to get angry and hit me a lot. I can see her in the corners. I can't seem to fall asleep at night. If I do, I wake up from nightmares screaming and crying. Do you remember how bad it would get?
You know, as a parent now, I think it was horrible. It's so tough. First of all, yes, I think it was bad. I don't think there's any mitigating that. I also think it was closer to acceptable back then. I think today, I can't imagine. I mean, if my neighbor was doing that to his kid, I'd have a hard time if I didn't do something about it.
Did you ever see Mom hit me?
Never. No, wait. Once I did. In the kitchen, I saw her hit you, and I pulled her off you.
So was she hitting me like repeatedly?
Yeah.
I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, which I thought was bullshit. First I thought, well, am I just trying to keep punishing myself? But I'm like, no, I'm not in that head. I'm really I think I'm trying to get better. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
you
get
don't
past
strike
it.
me as somebody that's like being like, oh, my mother hit me. Like,
Right.
you're more like, my fucking mother hit me, and now it's driving me crazy. Like, now it's just annoying because I can't undo this. That's the impression that I get. You know, as more of like, you're more annoyed than anything. I'm just like, come on already. I'm trying to do this, and this crap keeps getting in the way.
Yeah. And look, it could be a lot worse. Actually, I know people who've had it much worse and who can function better in the ring.
Well, who cares if other people have had it worse? We're dealing with you, and you've got to deal with you and what happened to you. It doesn't matter if something happened to somebody else that was worse. You know, we're fixing you.
Mo offered to work with me. She knows more than anyone what I'm going through.
I would hide that. I was like, you know, when I got the 8 stitches,
Wait, you didn't tell me about that. Mo told me about her ex-boyfriend.
Who was that from? He punched me in the face. He punched me in my face. We were in the car, and I was talking to him about something, arguing with him. He felt like I was cornering him, so he lashed out. And when he went to get out of the car, I went and I said, I'm not done talking to you. I pulled him back in the car, and he turned around full force and punched me in my face. And I had sunglasses on, and I don't know how I can take out my eye, but I don't know if you could really see it. Stitch here was flat. And then I was like, oh, well, did you leave him then? Of course not. That's just when the fun got started. That's when, then after that, you know, and then it just got, then he tried to strangle me, and I still think of myself like, you idiot. I bless myself before every round. That's my peace. Some people meditate, some people, you know, punch themselves in the head. That may be their peace. You know, you have got to find what it is that's going to bring you to that peace. You got to find a peace. Think about what brings you there, and then bring that into the ring. You know, we're all familiar with panic attacks. I had them, no, and I fight it. That moment when you say you want to give up, that's when you got to dig into your soul and say, no, I'm not letting it get me. Mentally, no. And the only one that can do that, that's how I did it.
But it's like I come back every day and I let myself get, you know, feel defeated. But I still think, I don't know why, maybe I'm delusional, but I think I can do it.
Yeah, I believe in you. I believe in you. I really, really do. I do.
Kimberly booked another fight with a woman who beat her 2 years ago. She has a new sparring partner, Melissa Hernandez. Melissa already won 2 world titles.
I can truly say boxing for the past 7 years has become my mistress. I cheat on everybody with boxing, and I'll never let her go.
Third corner, Melissa Hernandez.
Box. It's funny, my Facebook today says it. It says live box, shit box, eat box, sleep box. And it's true.
I was really excited and felt very grateful that she would give her time, but at the same time I was just so nervous, thinking I'm gonna make a fool of myself.
Take your jab, take your jab. Take your jab, come on, let's go. Punch back, hands up. Roll the punch. Punch back.
You know, I'm always sort of battling these internal things and just second guessing, like, oh, I just threw 3 or 4 punches, but they all missed. That must mean I'm doing something wrong. And then I start thinking, if I'm doing it wrong, how do I make it right?
You were hitting
too hard. If you don't have nothing to connect, you throw everything with it. Remember, if you're giving somebody something to hit, you're still giving them something to hit, so that's power. If you miss completely, what do you end up doing? Swinging all the way around. So let them miss. You got time for miss? Yeah. Let's go, get him done. Up. Gotta look at me, because when you look over there, I'm gonna get hit. Up. You see? Right. You ever played basketball before? That's the problem. So that's how you pivot. Somebody's coming, you are like this, and now they're behind you.
Yeah,
that's
do that to me all the time.
It's called pivot.
You can see it in her movement, how much she enjoys the sport. And just the way her body moves, like she's having so much fun. It's like, oh yeah, that's why we started this in the first place, because it was fun.
Exactly.
I want to see women's boxing go where men's boxing is. I want it to be taken serious, not as a sideshow. I want people to understand that we are athletes just as much as the guys are.
Maureen was being featured at an exhibit at South Street Seaport on Irish boxers. She was the only woman represented.
I'm finally being respected as a boxer. I mean, don't get me wrong, $1 Million Baby was great and it's still gonna be a part of me, but now it's no longer just more Hillary Swank's sparring partner. It's happening and I'm growing.
Where are you originally from?
Bronx, New York.
Are you serious?
Born and raised. What I sign, much respect. That's what I've got. It's nice meeting you.
A pleasure. Thank you.
I've been taking over the Bronx. I think so. Hi, and welcome back to Open. I'm your host, Maureen Shea, covering everything in health, sports, and fitness. You can join in on the discussion or ask me any questions. The lines are always open. A lot of people say, oh, if it wasn't for the media attention and this and that, you know, people think that this was handed to me. I bust my butt every day. I got up this morning at 5 a.m. I did my cardio. I went to and then I rested. I went to the gym. I just sparred 5 rounds, did my training. Now I'm here, and I'm here. I got here at 1:30. I'm here till about 6:30. You know, I'll get home by 7, and I'm done.
Even at Mo's level, it's nearly impossible to make a living as a female pro.
Bob, it's Maureen. How are you? Good. I'm back in the office. Yeah, I've got everything. I printed it all up and I put it all in a file. Well, the press release, updated working about sheet. Yeah.
To support herself, Mo works for a boxing promotional company.
The money in women's boxing is unfortunately so minuscule compared to the men's boxing. You hear of like, oh, Money Mayweather with his bazillions of dollars and Pacquiao, but women, it just seems to make not even anything. So for my pro debut, I think I made a lot. I made like, was it $600?
It's so surreal, the life that I have as, you know, being women's boxing and being in the gym. In the gym, people come in there like, oh my God, you're Melissa Hernandez. I'm like, yeah, I bet you drove here. I don't have a car. You know?